practice prone shavasana with a blanket roll underneath the low belly. So roll up your blanket as you see here, and then come onto your hands and knees and rest your belly down on the blanket roll. And take the blanket roll fairly low in the belly, but the pelvis should be hanging back and over it. So you have to play with the placement of the blanket roll to find a good place in the low belly, definitely below the rib cage. But let the pelvis and the rib cage be on opposite sides of the blanket roll. So the pelvis relaxes on one side of the blanket roll and the rib cage relaxes on the other. And the abdomen recedes to receive the pressure of the blanket roll. Let the belly be soft and receptive here. And let the belly receive the pressure of the blanket roll. You can let your forehead rest on your forearms. Relax the legs and the feet. So you should feel some pressure in your belly here from the blanket roll. And adjust your body so that you can relax here. Adjust the arms and the legs as you need to. If you like, you can open up the arms and turn your head to one side if that works for you. And if you do that, just be sure to switch your head in a few moments. Breathe into your belly here. Breathe into that pressure that you feel in the belly. Inhaling and exhaling here. Let the upper buttocks release back and down away from the lower back. Heavy tailbone here. Soft, receptive abdomen. Smooth inhalation. Smooth exhalation. Allow yourself to be supported by the floor and the blanket roll. Smooth, gradual breath. And just observe here, observing each moment. And then come up to hands and knees to come out of the pose. Sit down on your shins and pause. And now lay on your back. Let the flesh of the buttocks be elongated away from the lower back, knees bent and feet flat. And then start to straighten out the legs. Take the strap in your hands about shoulder width apart. And reach the strap up and overhead as the arms rest along the floor. And lengthen out your whole body here. Extended arms and legs. Hips reaching towards the feet, rib cage reaching towards the arms, legs reaching towards the feet, arms reaching towards the hands. And let the midsection, the lumbar abdominal region, receive that stretch. Be long and relaxed in the lumbar abdominal region. Active in the limbs. Deep breathing here. And then release and come out of the pose, knees bent and feet flat. And now lay down on your back. Release the flesh of the buttocks away from the low back. Parallel legs, parallel feet, arms resting. Feel your pelvis here in neutral. And then tuck your pelvis, lower back down towards the mat. And then back to neutral and into an arched pelvis, pubic bone reaching down towards the floor. And then come back through neutral all the way to a tuck, and through neutral to an arch, and through neutral to a tuck, and through neutral to an arch. Just rocking the pelvis, exploring the range of motion there. And then pause in neutral. And now come to the floor for a posture that I call neutral. It's a supported neutral position. So make a loop in your strap and step your feet into that loop and then place a block between the feet. And then you'll begin to tighten the strap, but leave enough space so that you can now place the other block between your knees, and then tighten the strap around the centers of your thighs so that your legs are very supported here in a neutral parallel position, thighs strapped together, block between the knees, block between the feet. So you're very parallel in your legs, and then lay down, release the flesh of the buttocks away from the low back and reach your arms overhead along the floor and start to breathe length up and down your trunk. Let the abdomen relax and settle and lengthen. See if you can create length in your belly as you relax the pelvis down. Let your femurs relax and settle. The femurs are the thigh bones. So let the thigh bones relax here as you're all strapped in and supported. And then change the position of the arms into more of a relaxation position. So arms more by your sides, palms facing the ceiling, shoulder blades settled down your back. Relax here as you breathe length into your spine. Smooth, steady breath. And just feel your pelvis here in neutral. So not tucked and not arched, but there's a neutrality to the pelvis, the legs, and the spine here. And see if this neutrality can support an open breath. And so the bottom ribs open just as much as the middle and top ribs as you inhale. And exhale. And then inhale again here. And a smooth exhalation. Continue to bring your attention inside. And then bring your knees towards your chest, remove the block. Take your legs out of the strap loop and come out of the pose. And so you'll lay down on your back now for this core breath exercise with a tuck. Start in neutral, neutral pelvis, parallel legs, bent knees, feet flat, arms by your sides. And inhale to lengthen the spine, open the rib cage, and then exhale, pull the back layer of the abdomen back towards the back body. Find a contraction there, and then gently tuck the pelvis to reach the low back towards the floor, pressing into the feet. Complete the exhalation here. And then release all of that contraction, come back to neutral as you inhale and lengthen your spine again. And exhale, pull the deepest, lowest back of the belly back towards the spine and contract there. So it's the layer behind the organs, it's the psoas that's working, and then tuck the pelvis and increase all of that work, contracting there. Still exhaling, I'll call this a scoop. And then release as you inhale, lengthening. And exhale, a deep scoop and a tuck, drawing the deepest, lowest part of the abdomen back towards the spine. And then release into neutral as you inhale, lengthening here. And exhale, a deep contraction, pulling the belly back and in. And then a tuck. Press the feet. Continue the exhalation all the way to the bottom. And then release this, bring the pelvis back to neutral as you inhale and lengthen the spine. And exhale, pull the back of the belly back and in, connecting the back surface of the belly towards the anterior surface of the spine, and then find a deep contraction of the psoas here, pressing the feet into the floor. Finish the exhale. And then inhale and lengthen the spine again, coming back to neutral. And exhale again, same thing, deep contraction, scooping the low belly. Inhale, lengthening the spine, neutralize. And exhale, a deep contraction into a tuck. The lower belly pulls back towards the back body and in, lower back towards the sticky mat. And then release into neutral as you inhale again. And this time exhale, stay in neutral. And lay down on your back now for a supine twist. Extend your arms out to the sides. Lift your knees up over your hips. And then take your knees over to the right towards your right elbow. And rest your legs down on the floor here. And then reach the left arm to the left to increase the twist. Feel your belly rolling to the left as your legs relax more and more to the right. Have a sense of widening across the collarbones, long and wide through the arms, open hands. You can ground your arms down into the floor. Lengthen the spine here and turn the belly more to the left as you relax the legs more to the right. And then bring your legs up to the center. And take your legs over towards the left elbow, knees nice and bent. Take a moment as you settle your body here. Reach the right arm to the right to help open the chest. And let your belly recede and roll to the right as you relax your legs more and more to the left. Spread through the arms, long spine, smooth breath. Roll the belly to the right. And then take the legs back to center and feet down. Now we'll practice a supported fish with 2 blocks and have a strap nearby as well. Set yourself up like this with the blocks behind you. Adjust your pelvis so the flesh of your buttocks is pulled away from the low back. And then start to lay back on one block on the medium height so the block is right underneath the bra line. And then another block will be supporting the head on the lowest height. So the block underneath your shoulder blades shouldn't be too low or too high. You have to find that place that's just right, and with bent knees, once again, adjust the flesh of the buttocks to pull away from the low back, to come under you. So the flesh of the buttocks moves towards the feet. And then grab the strap and stretch your arms overhead with the strap, and then extend out through the legs. And let the legs be active here. And let the abdomen settle like a sheet settling on a bed. Let the layers of the abdomen settle towards your back body. So the lumbar is settled back and long. Stretch through the arms. Keep the feet open here. And see if you can feel a sense of length and precision through the sides of your abdomen. Inhaling here and a smooth exhale. Follow the exhalation all the way to the bottom of the breath. And then an easy inhalation to fill the rib cage. Fill the lower ribs just as much as the upper ribs. the back ribs as much as the front ribs. And then bend your knees, bring your feet flat, bring the arms up and overhead. And then use your hands to help you out of the pose.